Hi y'all, my name's Alyssa and I will be showing you how to make delicious kimbap. Kimbap are one of South Korea's favorite comfort food, and I'm so excited to show y'all two of my favorite type, tuna and Korean fish ham. But before we get started, I want to share some fun facts about myself. I graduated from Sac State in the summer of 2019 with a BA in Child Development and minors in Counseling and Teacher Education. And during my junior year, I took part of the Full Circle Project mentoring program as a mentor. It was a great experience and I met a lot of amazing and passionate people there. I even traveled to South Korea back in the summer of 2018 and met my favorite Korean chef YouTuber, Manchi, in the streets of Myeongdong. And then a few weeks later, back in the States, I met my other favorite chef, Sung K Longest. And lastly, I love cooking all types of food, Southeast Asian cuisines, Italian, Chinese, Korean. I even tested my baking skills during the pandemic, and let's just say I can only do well in the non-baked dessert. Alright, let's get to cooking. The ingredients you'll need are carrots, cucumbers, garlic, Korean sesame leaves, Korean yellow daikon radish, roasted seaweed sheets and spinach, eggs, imitation crab sticks, Korean ham and tuna, and other items such as cooked rice, mayonnaise, salt, sesame oil, and sugar. First, let's wash our vegetables. Now let's get started on prepping the fillings for our kimbap roll. First, let's shred our carrots. If you don't have a shredder like the one I have here, then I also have a second method on how to shred or cut your carrots. Now for the second method, cutting carrots, what you want to do is you want to cut the carrot in half. And once you complete cutting the carrot in half, what you want to do is lay the carrot flat on the surface of the cutting board and thinly slice it diagonally. The shape that we're trying to achieve here are diagonal half moons. Once you achieve your diagonal half moon shapes, fan out the slices, and then after fanning out the slices, you want to thinly slice them into matchsticks, at least 1 centimeter width apart. Once you finish cutting up your carrot, clean your cutting board and start cutting up the cucumbers. The cucumbers I have here are quite large, so instead of cutting them in strips, what I'm going to do is cut them the same shape how I cut the carrots for the second method. After we slice the cucumber slices, what we're going to do is we're going to slice off the inner pit of the cucumber where the seeds are. After slicing off the cucumber seeds, we're going to start prepping on the Korean sesame leaves. So what I'm doing here is I'm matching up the sesame leaves by size. So I have all the large ones and I'm going to tightly roll them. Once I finish rolling them, I'm going to cut off the stem. And that's it. Now we're going to start sauteing our vegetables. You'll need 1 tablespoon of sesame oil in a nice non-stick pan. Throw in your shredded carrot and we're going to cook this for about 5 to 6 minutes. Next, we're going to be working on boiling our spinach. Now what we're doing is we're blanching our spinach for a good 2 to 3 minutes, and I'm just going to add a teaspoon of salt. You can add more or less. After blanching our spinach, we're going to drain it and squeeze out the excess water from it. And now in that same pan of the carrot that we sauteed earlier, we're gonna just wipe it down and add a little bit of sesame oil, just a tablespoon. After adding a tablespoon, we're just gonna spread it around, and that's where we're gonna add our minced garlic and our drained spinach. Now we want to mix the garlic and the spinach together for a good 2 to 3 minutes before putting them off to the side. Next we'll be cutting our imitation crab stick in half. As you see here, I'm just cutting it right in the middle. I want to apologize for the next few clips. My camera battery died in the midst of filming. In a small bowl, I cracked 6 eggs and added 1 tablespoon of salt. For our eggs, we're cooking it like a flat omelet. So we're not going to be folding it, we're just going to make sure that it's cooked on both sides. I find it super helpful to put a lid on top of it just so it can cook faster. After we cook our omelet egg, we're just going to slam it down on our cutting board and roll it up. Be super careful since it's super hot. After rolling up our eggs, we're just going to cut them up in 1 inch. After cutting egg in 1 inch slices, you want to unravel the strips one by one, and you should get these really nice long egg strips. Next we'll be prepping our cooked rice. I have 4 cups of cooked rice, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and a tablespoon and a half of sesame oil. Once you get all these ingredients together, you want to mix the rice. It's very important that you will season your rice to your liking, so make sure you taste check in between. Finally, we get to assemble our rolls. What you want to do is you want to grab your seaweed sheet and put the shiny side down, and then just grab a handful of white rice and spread it across the seaweed sheet. As you see here, I'm not filling up the seaweed sheet full of rice. I'm leaving 1 row empty, and then sealing it off on the top with little bits of rice grains. Once you're done laying down the rice on the seaweed sheet, you can add whatever type of filling you want. For this kimbap roll, I'll be adding in the basic fillers, which are shredded carrots, daikon radish, spinach, cucumbers, imitation crab stick, and eggs. When you're putting your ingredients inside the roll, you want to make sure that you're strategic with them. Make sure you line them up evenly within the frame of the seaweed sheet. Grab one end of the seaweed sheet and tuck it under all your fillers, and then just keep rolling and squeeze. Again, if you don't have parchment paper or the sushi roller, you can just use your hand here. After rolling and firmly squeezing, you should have your first kimbap roll. The next kimbap roll we'll be making is my favorite, tuna. The great thing about kimbap is that you can be creative with it and create a variety of different kimbap rolls. Once you're done rolling all your kimbap rolls, there's one important step that you need to do. Lather sesame oil on each kimbap roll. This gives it a nice shine and a savory flavor to it. I hope y'all enjoy making delicious kimbap for your family, friends, or just yourself. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat at Alyssa23. Have a lovely day and stay healthy.